The Israeli poet Yehuda Amichai wrote this poem entitled Poem Without an End. Inside the brand new museum, there's an old synagogue. Inside the synagogue is me. Inside me, my heart. Inside my heart, a museum. Inside the museum, a synagogue. Inside it, me. Inside me, my heart. Inside my heart, a museum. This attack was just like all other attacks. In malls, in movie theaters, in schools, God help us, because guns do not discriminate. And at the same time, this attack was not like all other attacks, because the man who was holding this gun, this time, was hunting for Jews. This attack was an attack on all good people everywhere, on people of faith and people of no faith. It was an attack on newcomers and refugees. It was an attack on those who stand up to protect the newcomers and the refugees. And yes, alas, this was an attack on the Jewish people. It is the oldest story in the book, the world's oldest, most tenacious and pernicious kind of hatred. The Jewish people is very small. Today we are less than 0.2% of the world's population. This is why we rejoice whenever a Jewish baby is born. This is why we grieve over every Jewish life lost. When a Jewish life is cut short in Pittsburgh or Paris or Jerusalem, we experience it as a very personal loss. We mourn uniquely now for Joyce Feinberg. Joyce was raised and educated and married at Holy Blossom Temple, where her parents and her teachers taught her Jewish belonging, Jewish identity, Jewish history, and Jewish joy. She knew who she was, and she knew to whom she belonged. And now the whole world knows too. I will conclude with the same prayer I offered the last time I stood here in this city square 6 months ago. We gathered in solidarity with those who lost loved ones to a van fueled and driven by hate. It's a prayer we say each night when darkness comes, and we might otherwise grow fearful. Instead, we muster our own courage, and we put one foot in front of the other, and we call upon God, who is everywhere, to guide us along the path of righteousness and justice, to protect us along our way, and to see us through until morning's light. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Grant that we may lie down in peace, O God, and raise us up to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Shield us from hatred. Give us refuge in the shadow of your wings. Guard our coming and our going, that now and always we may have life and peace. Amen. And now it is my true privilege to introduce Judy Winberg. She is the president of Holy Blossom Temple. She is the past chair of Jewish Family and Child Services. And last Shabbat morning, when we were together in our sanctuary, the news came through our congregation, and Judy whispered to me, you know, I have a cousin in Pittsburgh. By Sunday morning, the inconceivable was confirmed. Joyce Feinberg, Aleha Shalom, was among the 11 victims. We are honored by the presence of 20 of her relatives tonight. We gather around them now in solidarity and in grief. Tomorrow they will fly to Pittsburgh for Joyce's funeral. Tonight, Judy will represent the family and offer up this prayer for peace.
Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country, that it may ever be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Lord our God, who blesses your people, Israel, with peace. Shalom.